Welcome to Life Unedited. I am your host, Tabitha Sweeney, and this is your lifestyle guide to living an unapologetic life that aligns solely with you. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm so pumped you're here. I love being here with you, even if February has kind of sucked. I haven't been around much in February, and there has been good and bad reason for all of it. Honestly, I sort of just needed a little bit of a break, and I've been reevaluating all of my systems in-house, looking for where I can condense and where I can simplify, and I've come up with a few solutions. So here we go. As far as the podcast goes, all content is moving to Patreon. I am going to be shutting down the account on Anchor, which pushes out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and to all of those mainstream spots. The reason I'm going to be shutting it down is Patreon and Anchor take two different file forms. And honestly, it's just a lot of work, which is causing me to not do it. Plain and simple, right? So if I can get really good at doing it one way and one thing, at some point, can I bring it back? I sure can. But right now, I need to pause. So everything is going to be coming out via Patreon. So click on the link in the show notes, get over to Patreon, download the app. It's super simple. There is an app. Go to the App Store, hit Patreon, download the app, and there will be free content along with paid content. So everything, the free is staying free, but it's just moving to Patreon. The second thing is I'm going to start doing the podcast in 6-week increments and then taking a week off, because here's what's happening, you guys. Honestly, I'm burning out. It is a lot to share your life the way I do, and I love doing it. But what happened was basically by the end of January, after all of December and January, and the heaviness that went into the beginning of the year and some of the big stuff I've been dealing with, by now, I kind of just needed a quick breather. And then I feel like I'm letting everybody down. So here's how it goes. Every 6 weeks, there will be a week off. Okay. That's for free. That's for paid. That's for everything. But here's the thing. I'm also, if I'm getting myself only on one content platform, my goal is to be able to push out even more content, which would be super, super exciting. So I am super pumped because I feel like this is going to allow me to focus on one thing in one avenue and really get good at it, because I have really not even began playing with Patreon just yet to see everything I can do with it. So I am super pumped, you guys. If you do not already have a subscription on Patreon, $8 a month. February didn't have a mass amount of episodes, although they are coming back this week. So stay tuned. You will be getting all of your episodes back this week. I'm super pumped. Let's see. So today, let's chat. All right. So let's chat. Let's chat on imposter syndrome today, because this is a big one. And to be quite honest, it's part of what I was going through for the past 3 weeks. It's part of where my hang up came. And it's something we all go through. We don't all talk about it. And it affects all of us differently, but it's something we all go through. And what's funny about imposter syndrome is you can be chugging along in life, doing fantastic. And then out of the blue, it trips you. And you're like, what the fuck did I just trip on? And then you're like, oh, fuck. It's imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is there to make you question yourself. Are you doing good enough? Do you belong in this spotlight that you're standing in? What qualifications do you have to stand here? Do you really think people want to hear from you? Yeah. That's just like a tiny glimpse of what imposter syndrome comes at us with, right? The reality is it comes at us like, whew, big. And it comes at us in all ways. And I see it a lot with body image. I see a lot of imposter syndrome sit because women don't feel qualified based on their body size. Well, wait. Now, when we say that out loud and we say that logically, we know that that sounds like complete and utter BS, right? Like, our bodies don't dictate what we know or what we're capable of. And yet, here we are. Got it. Got it. Okay, that's rough. So I see this and I see this come up, and it takes me back to a time right after I had Charlotte. I went from being in the best shape of my life to being on bed rest while pregnant to the worst few months of my life up till that point when we had lost my grandfather and Charlotte was this newborn baby who never fucking slept and projectile puked and vomited everywhere. Constantly. All the fucking time. The child never stopped. She didn't sleep. She didn't keep food inside her belly. And I was sleep deprived. I was not eating what I should have been eating. I was not moving my body like I should have been moving it. And I was in a severely depressed state because I was at home with this newborn every day, all day. And it wasn't necessarily what I thought it was going to look like. And then I felt guilty because, like, I'm a new mom. Shouldn't I want to be here with her? And one of the most impactful points of my life that really changed the direction of my life forever is an old client called me and said, "Hey, Tab, where are you training now? Gone to a few places, and honestly, I just don't love what's out there. And I really miss you. I want to train with you. Where are you?" And I'm like, I'm not anywhere. And the one and only useful piece of advice that my ex-husband had given me was, so go train. Go train her. Go to her house and train her. You don't need to be somewhere. And I was like, yeah, but how can I do that? Like, look at me. Who's going to even take me seriously? And he was like, so because you can't do a push-up anymore because, you haven't been working out because you were pregnant, growing a human, birthing a human, keeping a human alive. You feel like you can't teach someone how to do a push-up anymore? And he was really like perplexed by this. And I remember sitting there and being like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I bought into all of the bullshit that the fitness industry had given me. I bought into it. And then I let it create this imposter syndrome in my mind that I was not good enough because of the shape and size of my body. Yet the shape and size of my body had nothing to do with my qualifications, what I know, and what I'm capable of. Imposter syndrome feeds us at all times, in all ways, in all manners. And it can be a really hard thing to recognize. It can be a really hard thing to drag yourself out of. Okay? Who am I to say this? Who am I to have these feelings? Who am I to? I want to tell you right now who you are. You are qualified. You are knowledgeable. You are educated. You are capable. And you are worthy of sitting in that space simply because you want to. Period. End of story. End of sentence. There is no more. You are worthy of sitting in that space. So whatever it is for you, however imposter syndrome is showing up for you, I want you to help shut it down. I want you to recognize it is bullshit. Call it out. And then I want you to stand firm in what you know, in who you are. You deserve to be in the field, in on the playing field, whatever it is, wherever it is, whatever it looks like to you. You deserve to be there as much as anybody else. If that means sitting on a beach in a bikini, that's what it means. You deserve to be on the beach in a bikini as much as every other woman out there. If it means wearing that fitted dress to the reception that you felt fucking amazing in when you put it on in the store, but then you got home and somebody said to you, "Ooh, yeah, it looks nice." And suddenly, fuck, who am I to wear? Like, you deserve to wear that dress and you deserve to feel fucking amazing in it. You want to leave the house without a bra? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You deserve to. You want to stand on a stage and talk to people, to share your story, to impact lives? Go for it. Go for it. The only thing imposter syndrome does to us is hold us back from achieving even the slightest level of our own potential. I equate it to the devil. Imposter syndrome is the devil, and the devil's job is to make me quit. That's what the devil's job is, to make me quit. But I don't quit. So I'm going to keep showing up over and over and over again. And as long as I keep showing up, as long as I keep feeding into the narrative that I deserve to be here, I deserve to be in this space, I deserve to do this, then I'm pushing the imposter syndrome down, and eventually you'll push it out. It will come back. It will. It absolutely will. It may show up in the same form. It may show up in a different form, but it will come back. And at that time, your job again will be to push it down. Do not let imposter syndrome win. That's all I got for you guys today. Mwah. Have a good day.